Hello friends, welcome back to the new tutorial of the Angular. Today we are going to learn about the ng check lifecycle hook in Angular. Those who haven't subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe my channel, and if you like the video, please do like, share and comment on my video. Let's get started. So the ng check lifecycle hook in Angular is used for the custom change detection logic. So when there is a custom change detection, so in that case you are going to use that. Why we are using that one? It provides developers with a way to perform actions or checks that Angular's default change detection mechanism does not cover. So suppose we have an array, we have objects, there is a change detection. This will not cover by the default mechanism of the Angular. So we are using the ng2check. This hook especially useful when detecting changes to the objects or the arrays where Angular's default mechanism might miss updates. During initialization, the first ng2 check runs after ng on init. Why we used ng2 check? Custom chain detection. Angular's default chain detection detects the primitive types like strings, numbers, booleans, but may not detect the mutations to the objects or the arrays. That way we are using. So make sure in the performance optimization, fine tune how your application reacts to the changes or monitoring, because this ng2 check, when there is a change detection, it will call, right? So make sure that you have to use it very carefully, otherwise it will leads to the performance issues. Okay. So I think Angular chain detection works well for the immutable data, does not track the changes inside the mutable objects and the arrays. That's why it is required. And here you can see ng check hook is invoked every time Angular chain detection runs, regardless of the whether the actual change occurred or not. So this means that you can use it to implement the custom logic, but you must ensure that your checks are efficient to avoid performance scenarios. Let's take a look. I've already the code. So here you can see that currently there is a no change detection is done. When I click on the add item, change detect ng do check detect changes in the items array. Why? Because we are adding the item to that array. Okay. Again, I'm going to add the item in the array. So detect the changes, right? What I have done, let's have a look. Okay, so here you can see that we have initialized the variables, and here you can see that we have an array string item 1 and the item 2. Change count number initialized with the number 0, and we have a function previous items with the string empty array. Okay, so here you can see that in the constructor previous items, we are pushing all the items data into the previous items. Okay, creates a copy of the initial items, right? And here ng do check, we have to implement this here do check, right? And here we have to import. Okay, so custom logic we have add. If this items dot length means whatever the items dot length is not equal to the previous items dot length, then detect the changes. Whenever I write over here, it will detect. Okay, so like suppose console dot log detect changes. Okay, so let's run it. So here you can see that detect changes, detect changes, detect changes, right? It's running because it's run frequently, right? So if I'm not using that one, the logic that I have, if I'm not binding the condition, it automatically runs. Okay, so here you can see detect changes, and detect changes three times is there. When I try to add this, so only detect changes and then this one. Okay, here you can see because the last one it binds over the condition, so you have to use it very carefully. Okay, so this items dot length and this previous items dot length is not, both are not equal, the custom logic to track the changes in the items array, right? So then do some of the manipulation or the calculation, like the change count increment is there, and you can now this dot items, whatever the value we have in that one, we are going to push into the previous items, right? So here you can see that, and add item function will try to push or whatever the items we want to push. Okay, this dot items dot length plus 1, modify the array. Okay, we are pushing the whatever the value we have in the items object array, right? So this is how the ng do check works. Any doubt, any query in that, do let me in the comment section. Thank you so much for watching this video. Have a great day. There is a one thing that we have to discuss in the difference between the ng do check and the ng on changes. There is a difference, right? which has the limitations, and which we have to use, right? So in the next video we are going to learn about that one also. Thank you so much. Have a great day.